So good evening everybody and welcome back to FTRL. It is week 7 of the season 26 World Tour and we have landed in the United States of America for week 7. And we are here at the legendary Watkins Glen circuit for this week's triple header. It is another sprint week. Just prepare to get going. Indeed, howdy all. So we've got our F1 style sprint qualifying coming up shortly into 3 sectors. We are just waiting for a couple of people to get into the lobby. Some issues as usual. You'd think after 2 years of years of this game being out there, they'd have been over this stuff like now, but no, we continue to have issues. And it's always the bloody Germans, isn't it? Yes, we've got our F1 style qualifying coming up, and so the qualifying is split into 3 5-minute sectors, where we will have a knockout format where we lose 3 drivers, 4 drivers, before 8 drivers then go for pole for race 1, with then 3 equal length races, 2 of them on the medium tyres and 1 of them on the softs. The order which the drivers run the tyres is completely up to them, and we shall see who comes out on top. Last time out it was our 2nd endurance race of the season at Dragon Trail Seaside. You heard. Du kannst mich hören, Lieber? Ja. Last week, of course, we were at Dragon Trail for our 2nd endurance race of the season, and what an endurance race it was! A titanic scrap between, again, it's one of those races where it was very difficult to tell who was where as the strategies played out through the course of the race. T. Smith, Ross, Panda were all in the mixer. In the end, though, it was Ross who prevailed in a titanic photo finish in a sprint to the line, pipping T. Smith then. Going different strategies there. Ross trying to make 1 less stop work over the fuel save. T. Smith going flat out speed from the back of the grid, and it was 12 thousandths of a second, I think it was at the end there. It said 21 on the screen when we got to the timing screen and it was 12 thousandths, so very tight finish once again. As Ross become our 4th different winner of the season after T. Smith, Tom Duval, who else was one of the rest of the season? Pagani, and not Pagani. Who else was one of the race this season? I can't remember. It'll come back to me. Graham, that was it, Graham. Also won this season. That's on safe house during the lobby then, so we have our full contingent. So we'll wait for him to get in, and then we can get our racing action underway. I'm just going to post this on the old Twitter. Alright. Oh, hello Andy, you sexy sweaty man. Also, welcome. And here we go then for qualifying now. The qualifying will take place on the short layout of the Watkins Glen before we move on to the international layout then for the actual races. Now the first 2 parts of qualifying are run on the medium tyres. Making the way out, it is Bill to the front, so we'll go on board with him. And I'll take you on a lap of the short version of the layout. So here we go then, on board with a lap, for a lap with Biggles, and out the final corner and onto the start finish straight we go. Begins now then. So the first corner is a downhill right-hander. You brake as late as you dare. Take some curve on the inside. You've got a big curve on the exit. Can you run all the way to the outside? I'm just get your two right side tyres on the curb. That's fine. Try and take as much of the NASCAR line as you can before we sweep uphill through the S's. The long right then into the long left. Some side-by-side action here, but this will be the slipstream point then, and probably the best overtaking opportunity on the circuit. Down the back straight into the bus stop chicane. Brake as late as there, around about the 300 marker. Throw it in, hit the curve on the inside. Cancel the car slightly, then take the curves on the left. Again, using the big exit curve on the right. And then into the long parabolica right-hander. Let the car drift out, then cut back in again. Now we will be going left there later on, but for now we're going right. And onto this short straight, then back into the final couple of corners. Get over to the right hand side for the left hander. Down to fourth gear, throw it in. Get on the apex again, use that curve on the right hand side on the exit. Get all the way over it, then over to the left quickly for the final corner. Down to third gear. Use the curve on the inside, use the curve on the outside, get right up against that wall. And sprint to the line, and the first time on the board is a 1 minute 8 flat. I expect some times in the 107s. Pagani doing the that immediately just behind him. Aaron going third, so Goose, and then Ross going fastest of all. Sorry, press that left from Ross of 7.4. Season 4 tenths up on Homo, who's currently second. So Goose then, who is filling in tonight for the one hit wonders, in third. Pagani fourth, Panda is fifth, very wide out of the first corner. Getting the rear of the car drifting. He was sixth after his run. Graham in seventh. A lot of the liveries haven't loaded for me, which I find very annoying. Himself a half-second penalty, so his lap time has not counted. Same with T. Smith. His lap time didn't count then after getting himself a penalty. Ross got himself a 1.5 second penalty, so he sent it harder. Track limit penalties are going to be a thing here tonight. The bus stop is the biggest place for the exit turn 1, and the bus stop will be the big points for track limits. And also the final couple of corners, the corner here, the Homer's going into here. You can run wide over that curve there like Graham has done. That might be a penalty for him. As yet, so he ran out over the curb. Does Homer improve on his 1.7.8? Does not. Of course, bottom 3 then getting knocked out, so at the minute the bottom 3 are Blue Flag, SBY and T. Smith. Interestingly then, T. Smith will be keen to get a lap on the board. It's quite a short lap around here. Up he goes. As I'm pointed out, we've already got 3 weeks left after this week already. Season 26 has absolutely flown by once again. So then is 6 tenths up, which will be comfortably enough to put him through. And we'll get time for one more run as well. Touch on the subject that he's been very much a dominant force this season, then he is well on the way to reclaiming his title. He goes second fastest with that run, still 2 tenths shy of Rosso, so Ross's opening run very, very impressive, that 1.7.4. Now the BMW is a meta car around here, in daily races, GT1 and challenge races. The M6 is definitely the car to have around here. So Ross, Homer also going well in third. Sagusi in fifth as well, filling in of course tonight in the spare. So yeah, stays well there, all going very well. That car is very much as Pagani's parked up with a half-second penalty. So everybody down on their final runs then. It's Blue Flag, Tom Duval and Unsafe. We've got to find some time. Tom Duval's got himself a half-second penalty. Let's see, he's out. Blue Flag as well. And not getting a lap time in, so it's Unsafe. Who's got to find about a tenth of a second to propel himself through into quali 2. Panda ahead of him has a penalty, so he will not be improving. Can he give his teammates some slip? He's down by a tenth as well. That's Unsafe's got to send it into the last couple of corners, or Face has been knocked out. A little bit of a slide there at the back end. He's a little bit wide to the final corner, not right up against the wall. Has he found any time? The answer is he has not, no, and he is out then. So it's the 3 Porsches who get knocked out then. So the Porsche, not the car to have this week. It's unsafe. Tom Dewell and Blue Flag find themselves knocked out in qualifying 1. Yeah, very much so there. So Ross then go through fastest of all from T. Smith and Rom. Homer and Sagu, so all the BMWs in the top 5. And Genesis of 6th in Pagani. Then Fever and Graham 7th and 8th. Aaron go through in 9th. Panda in 10th. Biggles 11th. SBY in 12th. Hanging on there at the death. With unsafe Tom Dewell and Blue Flag getting knocked out. Now I'm just going to quickly leave the lobby and come back in and see if I can get the liveries to load. So do not panic. Just trying to see if I can get everybody's liveries to load, because it looks a bit rubbish without them. Let's be honest. All that beautiful and hard work that's gone into some of those liveries. Nobody in the pits, so I can't really tell. Does look like everything's loaded now, but should be good. Boobs and man meat, absolutely. So then, qualifying 2. About to get underway. 12 drivers left. 4 will be knocked out in this session. And Ross is out on track first, and so fastest man in qualifying 1. Is that a sign of things to come? Now, it should come back to the Porsches a little bit in the race, of course. Now, the Porsches are a lot kinder on its tyres than a lot of the other cars. That will help them in their softs. Their softs did race, definitely. So we shall see. It comes back to them, but yeah, the Porsche, not the meta car around here, like it is a lot of other circuits. Porsche one of the best balanced cars, although as Andy was pointing out, it's not the car to have last night. So they get on once again on the medium tyres, qualifying 2. So you see them there weaving biscuits and pepperonis. Interesting. For a Porsche. Not this one then. So here we go again. Just aim for a race 3. So aim for a race 3. Here we go then. Ross then kicking off his first flyer of qualifying 2. Go on board. They're pacing nicely. Through 1 there, saying out on that curve there. And sweeps into the S's. Pushing the curbs on the right and the left. Size 4 drinks it, Owen. Love to see it. Things you love to see. Yeah, up, back straight we go then. Look for the 300 marker, throw it in, down to 5th gear, down to 4th gear. Gets the car turned, uses the curve on the exit. Then into the parabolica we go. 3rd gear here, then look for your throttle marker, pick up 4th gear, foot down. Powers out, then down the back straight we go. Looking for your brake marker again, then for the left-hander. So we get out of 5th gear, then down to 4th, throw it in. Use the curve on the inside, use the curve on the outside. Get over to the left-hand side, down to 3rd gear for the final corner, throw it in. Apexes nicely, gets out up against the wall. Good lap again from Ross. This straight lines it towards the line. And a 107.1. Ross picks up a 10th from his quali 1 effort. What a lap that was from Ross. And he immediately sets the mark. He's 7/10 quicker than Pagani. In second, Graham goes a little bit quicker than 176. That's a big improvement from his quali 1 effort. He's second. Homer in third, just 11,000 shy. Panda in 4th. T. Smith 5th. But Ross is looking like the man to beat. He's on form after that victory last week. Carrying it over into this one then. Is he going to be the one to look out for tonight then? Is he going to win T. Smith's domination of laps 1 and 2, of races 1 and 2? In sprints, every sprint we've had so far, T. Smith has won the first 2 races and just come up narrowly short in the 3rd. Oh, yeah, it's on highlighting the Porsche. Can't even make its tyres last around here. So, are we going to see some pit stops tonight in the soft race? We'll see Ross 6/10 down on his current best lap. You can see how close it is, a couple of seconds to Graham. Well, it's about nearly half a second shy of Ross. It's 11,000 up on Tom, who in turn is 10,000 ahead of Panda. So, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, all covered by 200ths of a second. Flash the lights there from Panda. SBY just improved. And there's who's gone second? Goose. So Goose goes second by 1,000th of a second. So now the second through fifth are now covered by 2/100ths of a second. So that is how close it is. But that lap again from Ross. It used to be good on its tyres. swear that Porsche used to be good on its tyres. I haven't driven it in a while, so I'm in a racing situation, so I'll bow to your superior knowledge. So the current running order then, as we head into the final minute of the session, Ross then is fastest of all, 4 tenths, 5 tenths up on Sir Goose, who is 1,000 ahead of Graham, who is 11,000 ahead of Homer, who is 10,000 ahead of Panda, then Rob in 6th, T. Smith in 7th, struggling a bit here at the minute. 8th is Aaron, he's on the cusp, but he's got a 1.5 second penalty, so he will not get another run. So Aaron's lap is done. And that lap was faster as well. He went 2 tenths quicker there. That would have put him ahead of Rom and T. Smith. So now it's up to Pagani, Fever, Biggles and SBY. SBY should just about get over the line here. Does he improve? He does not. So Aaron's the man on the bubble. Pagani's got a half second penalty, he's out. So Pagani's out of qualifying. He's getting out of the way. So Fever's got a second penalty, so Fever's out as well. So it's Biggles and SBY. With the two drivers who can get through. They're not in. Biggles is down in sector 1, but only just. But SBY. They're getting a bit of slipstream from Rob, he's 2 tenths down. So not looking good for them. Genesis not being the go-to car around here. What about sector 2? Has Biggles found any time? He has. He's 1.5 tenths up. And that might be enough, you know. What about SBY? He's still down. It's up to Biggles, I think. Can Biggles knock Aaron out? Graham's just gone 3rd. Rob's gone 2nd. Can Biggles get through? The answer is no. He's come up 27,000 short. As SBY had a monster final sector, he has not, no. So he too is out. Aaron survives then, so Ross again, quickest of all. Going through ahead of Graham there, great effort from him. Graham going through in 3rd, Homer 4th. The Goose gets bumped down to 5th in the end then, ahead of Panda. T. Smith and Aaron are through. There's Biggles, Pagani, Fever and SBY then, who are going to be knocked out in qualifying too. Yeah, the pens around here are super harsh. It's very easy to get penalties around here. So Ross going through quickest of all by 4 tenths of a second. What a lap that was from him. Rom going through P2. Graham in 3rd. Homer and Sir Goose 4th and 5th. Panda in 6th. Look at that. The top 6 are covered by half a second, but 2nd through 6th are covered by a 10th. T. Smith going through in 7th and Aaron in 8th. 3 tenths from Rom to Aaron, 2nd to 8th. It was big. It was smaller than the gap from 1st to 2nd. So that's how emphatic that was a lap from Ross. And out then go Biggles, Pagani and Fever. Look at them, all covered by 200ths of a second as well. And SBY. Tom struggling well. We've seen it before, Andy. He doesn't need to be quick in the first 2. It's the 3rd one that matters. Is he going to switch on now they're on the soft tyres? And is Ross just going to keep up this rapid pace he's been showing so far? Then hooked that first lap up superbly there. He did a 17.2 in the first part and then did a 17.1 the first lap out of the box in that one. So Ross is looking very, very quick and the man to beat so far. Yeah, again, he's going to be first on the track. Seems like he's got the lucky pit draw there. Thought that was reserved for the lobby host. But Ross has got the prime slot. There he goes. So 5 more minutes then. This is to the side. Pole position. Positions 9 through 15 are now set. It's now time to decipher 1 through 8. Drivers needing to get some heat into the tyres. Ross doing very much the Kimi Raikkonen and just sending it. grip level is up now. It just affects the handling of the car a little bit now. You know, of course, you've had 2 sessions where you've kind of got your eye in on the medium tyres, but now you're switching to the softs. So let's see. Go on board once again then with the man who's been quickest in qualifying 1 and in qualifying 2. It seems they do qualifying, but it is indeed, yes. Taylor doing a superb job there. Here we go then. What can Ross do in qualifying 3? A little bit of a moment there. Just totally feather the throttle on the exit of turn 1 so he gets the car settled. And of course, on the softer tyres, the lap times will improve, so we're expecting something in the probably 16s. Might we see a 15? Depends how much quicker the softs are around here. There's not too many areas where the soft tyres are making up massive amounts of time. He'll be a good one to the bus, so they're going to have a lot more grip there. Do the parabolica here. Give the throttle nice early there, out the parabolica. Onto the back straight we go. And then put the braking marker about 150, throws it in nicely. Good evening, Noe Norris. Into the final corner. Very nice and tidy again from Ross here, right up against the wall. Straight lines it to the finish line. What's the time going to be? Are we going to see a 6? We are 6.66. Oh my god. The devil. So Ross then immediately half a second up on the nearest rival. Although Ron gets that down to 4.5 tenths. Once again, Ross looked like the man to beat. Homer goes third. He's showing good pace tonight. He's been there and thereabouts in both qualifying sessions as well in that BMW. What about Sir Goose? 7.8 is a good lap from him. 7.4 in the last one, was it? 7.5? Down this time around then, Aaron's got himself a half second penalty. The penalty's coming thick and fast. So far, T. Smith in 4th after the first run. Might get a bit of a slipstream here from Aaron. Getting out of the way, although Tom's going to come over for a bit of that slipstream. He's found nearly 2 tenths there, T. Smith, so this could be enough to put him onto the front row. He can get the final couple of corners right. Pushing the limits at the final corner, gets a little bit up on that curve at the final corner. That will have been settled. To the line. He improves and just goes second fastest, but he's still nearly 4 tenths down on Ross, who's done the 6.8 that time around, and now got himself a half second penalty. So this lap will be ruined. Homer, meanwhile, has gone into P2. A 6.7 from him. So leaps ahead of T. Smith. So the Doctors second and third. PS Playmates, though, on top of the pile once again. Robin 4th, so the Doctors second, third, and 4th at the minute. Great effort from them. Pandra in 5th for the Big Kahunas. Sir Goose for the One Hit Wonders in 6th. Aaron in 7th. Sole representative of Team All Mongs, No Toms. Stroke Team Milker. And Graham in 8th for the Big Kahunas. Quite got his lap hooked up this time, as he did on the mediums. A little bit of a slip here though. He's half a second up, but that will not even improve him a place. A little bit of a four tire drift there. That's going to be wide, and that'll be a penalty, I think. It is, yes. So Graham's got a half second penalty there as Aaron goes 5th. Look at the gap there. He's half a second down on Rom in 4th. There's some big gaps in this qualifying. It was so tight in qualifying too, but the gaps here are pretty big, although the gap to the front is a lot closer than it has been. Then Ross will get one more run in then, so last laps for everybody. Homer dragging Rom around. So we're now on the final laps then. We've got penalty for, I think it was Graham, was it? Yeah, Graham's got a half a second penalty. He will improve. Oh, Ross has lost it. Coming out of the bus stop. He will not improve. What about Homer? What about Rom? They're getting a slipstream through the chicane there, but it's ended up drifting wide into the parabolica. What's Homer got? Has he got anything to offer Ross? No, he has not. He's down. What about T. Smith? Oh, he's wide over the curb. That'll be a penalty. He's wide at the final corner. I think he knows. Yep, half second penalty. T. Smith. He will not improve. What about Rom? Improvements coming. Not there. So Goose goes 5th. Right at the death there with a 7.6. Good lap from him. Once again, all 3 BMWs in the top 5. But it is Ross then, who's going to take pole position at the Glen. What an effort then. Fastest in Quali 1, fastest in Quali 2, fastest in Quali 3. What an effort that was, and he will take pole position then from Homer, T. Smith and Rom. Goose in 5th, Aaron, Panda and Graham. And now then the drivers get into their cars. Biggles needs to change the circuit. Still on the short layout. I'm just being prepared. There we go. That should change to the international loop. It loads. Or survey says. There's lots of Porsche slander going off in the chat here. I see the minute from the drivers from last night. We'll take this break then while I set the log bit then to have a look at standings coming into this week then. So coming into this week, tilt. In the overall standings in for everybody included, T. Smith then comfortably leading the way on 261 points with 9 wins to his name already. An excellent season so far. Yeah, he is 95 points clear of the pack. However, the battle going on for the best of the rest is something impressive then. So T. Smith leads on 261. Then we've got Ross, who after last week has jumped into P2 on 166 points, tied with SBY, who's on 166 points as well. Pagani up to 4th after last week on 160. Then Unsafe Release, who dropped down, he's now on 160 as well. A point ahead of Aaron on 159. Then we've got Fever, another one who had a bit of a poor week last week and will be looking to bounce back, and he's on 158 points. So you've got 8 points covering 2nd to 7th. Then Graham on 148 points, tied with Blue Flag, who's also on 148. And then we've got Homer on 147. So you've got 19 points covering 2nd to 10th in the standings. So the battle is very much of a pit. Take Tom out of this championship, and it's a very close battle. But unfortunately, he is here still. Tom Duval is 11th on 124. Then we've got Biggles on 113. Panda on 79.5. He had a good race last time out as well. The One Hit Wonders spare car, pedalled by Goose this week, is on 73 with Rom Elson on 64, bringing up the rear. And then if we go into the individual splits, of course, we've got Pro, Pro-Am and Am. All depicted by the wing mirrors. And the labels there, we've got one of each. So we've got pink in the foreground. They are the pros. You've got Pro-Ams, which is the green. And then you've got AMs, which is the blue. So there we go. That worked out very nicely. Thank you, boys, for being perfectly aligned on track. In the individual category, so Pro, understandably leading the way is T. Smith. However, he was beaten for the first time in the Pro category last week by Ross, who's victorious. So he leads the way in the Pros on 78 points. Ross is 2nd now on 48, with Pagani 3rd on 46, tied with Aaron, in fact, on 46 as well. And then Panda on 15.5. In the Pro-Am, it's SBY who leads the way on 63, with Graham 2nd on 58. Biggles is 3rd on 45.5 points. Rom is 3rd on 30, tied with the One Hit Wonders spare car on 30 as well. And in the AM category, Fever still leads the way on 53. He is a point ahead, or now leads the way because he jumped unsafe last week. On 53 points with unsafe on 52. Blue Flag is 3rd on 46. He took the category win last time out. He was the one who had a good race last week as well. Homer is 4th on 46, and then Tom Duval on 43. So the AM category is nice, closely poised as well. And then if we look at the team standings, the Doctors lead the way on 915. PS Playmates, though, now up to P2 on 871. All Mongs, no Toms in third on 864. The One Hit Wonders on 807.5, with the Big Cafinas on 718.5. So that then is how the standings look coming into this week. Of course, we had GT2 last night. Look at the tyre situation. Who's running what then? Panda's on the medium tyres, SPY is on the softs, Safe's on the medium tyres, Ross is on the medium tyres. It's mediums for Blue Flag, softs for Sir Goose. It's the mediums for T Smith, it is the mediums for Biggles, the mediums for Pagani, the mediums for Aaron and Rom and Graham and Homer and Tom Duval and Feber. So SPY and Sir Goose look to be the two drivers deviating from the main strategy then, as we get ready then for race one of the evening. Predictions in the chat, please. Who do you think is going to win this one? Can anybody deny Ross? He's looking quick. Aaron's changed. Oh, Aaron's on the soft tyres. Last minute decision to mix it up from Aaron then. He's going to go bold in race one. That's bold, not bold. And we ready ourselves then for race. It's a standing start, of course. You've got those doctors' cars there looming around Ross. The grid then. Ross and Homer on row 1, T Smith and Rom Elson on row 2, Sir Goose and Aaron, Panda and Graham, Biggles, Pagani, Fever, SPY on safe, Tom Duval and Blue Flag. And it's 5 lights, and away we go. Ross gets a good start there. He's got a good jump there. It's a good start from Sir Goose as well. He's going to pop out from behind T Smith as they run down towards turn 1 for the first time. Homer on the inside there, but Ross cuts across the nose and leads into turn 1. T Smith getting side by side with Homer, fighting off Sir Goose, who's now battling with Rom. But the doctors have held station 2nd, 3rd and 4th as they head up the hill for the first time. Ross, though, got a big lead. 0.4 of a second, nearly half a second as they head onto the back straight for the first time. Now, are the doctors going to work together? The answer is no, because T Smith has popped out of the slipstream immediately. Into the bus stop for the first time. There's a bit of contact there. Sir Goose has got ahead of Rom. Oh, and then Homer's off on the grass. He's going to rejoin Sir Goose on the outside and round into P2. Oh, Sir Goose, what a move. There's a half-second penalty for Homer for running across the grass. It's all gone wrong. He's down to 4th. But Sir Goose on those soft tyres making progress. Aaron's up to 5th as well. Make that 4th. So he gets ahead of Rom. It's the pack making their way then onto the loop for the first time. Ross's lead is nearly a second. Sir Goose is setting it off in chase. On those soft tyres, Homer has had a bit of a wobble. He's on the inside there. He's going to drop back, observing that half-second penalty. Ill-advised from the doctors there. They were trying to battle into the bus stop on lap 1 rather than working together. And they've let Ross get away, and they've let Sir Goose into 2nd. Yeah. Sir Goose is not one for saving his tyres, is he, at the best of times? So we shall see how he and Aaron get on in this race. Are we going to see some pit stops from them? Is that why he's going hell for leather? And Ross then will come round the final corner and lead over the first lap. His lead is 7.5 of a second over Sir Goose. It's a BMW 1-2. T Smith in 3rd. Aaron in 4th. Rom is 5th. Biggles in 6th. He's had a good start. Then it's got Panda, and you've got SPY and Pagani 8th and 9th battling through turn 1. They've both made up some places at the start. Graham is slipping down to 10th. He's up 11. Homer down to 12th, and that half-second penalty on lap 1 has absolutely killed him. He's got Fever behind him, and then the Porsches of Blue Flag and Tom Duval. So making a little bit of progress in the pack, but not much then as we head into the SS4. The first time a penalty of 2nd for Sir Goose. He's cut the chicane too much. He's got himself a penalty then, so that will drop him down to 3rd. Maybe even 4th, with Aaron not too far behind. Oh, who was that? It's Pagani. SPY's waited up, so was there contact there? They were battling through turn 1. Pagani kicking up some grass. He's down to 14th. SPY down to 15th then. Oh, please, Pagani, no end, I'm sure. I'm sure he's a very, very happy man right now. Oh, dirty tyres there. That Genesis getting a wiggle on. Ross's lead now is 1.8 seconds then. After Sir Goose served his penalty, he has dropped to third, stayed ahead of Aaron. So the two soft-tyred cars together. So is SPY on the soft tyres as well? He was. So he's not making the most of those in this one. Big train of cars. You've kind of got Ross now away on his own. And you've got T. Smith, Sir Goose and Aaron. The two soft tyre runners and a bit of a gap back. And then you've got the train of the rest of the field. With Rom, Biggles, Panda, Graham, Unsafe, Homer, Fever, Blue Flag, Tom DeVal. A little bit of a gap back then to Pagani and SPY, of course, who had that off. As now Aaron has started to attack Sir Goose as they head up through the S's then. So time is run. Sir Goose is just going to ease back across then through the S's, but Aaron can get back into the slipstream. The back straight is going to pop to the inside. Sir Goose is going to cover the middle of the track. How's Aaron feeling on the brakes? He's going to drop back in then for... Ooh, a bit of a slide there from Aaron. Friendly fire there. Some friendly fire between the doctor's cars, yes. As Homer meanwhile has taken P9 back from Unsafe. His fight back is on. He was just up to a little bit now. He's got Thunderball and Blue Flag together. SPY is now ahead of Pagani. Starting to breathe. Oh, Pagani. They're not teammates. They are. There's PS Playmates and One Hit Wonders, so they are different teams. They just look similar-ish. So no friendly fire. So Rob now having dropped the pack a little. Pack's now just starting to spread out a little bit. Look at the tyre situation then on Sir Goose and on Aaron. It's looking okay at the minute. This is the end of lap 3 then. This is 1/4 race distance. Of course, with the soft tyres, is once they start to wear, they start to slide more. Once you start to slide more, they wear more. Because you're turning in harder, you're understeering wide, you wear the tyres more. And very quickly, they become a problem. So the longer this race goes on, the worse those tyres will get. Up front, the gap is 1.3 seconds, fastest lap of the race last time around. To T. Smith, a 44.8. Ross did a 45.3. So there's a little error in there, somewhere from Ross, but the gap is holding steady as Sir Goose versus Aaron part 2. Aaron popping out the slipstream. That BMW though is a rocket ship in a straight line still. However, Aaron's got there this time. Forces the issue, and Aaron up to third. Good move there. Ballsy stuff. Into the bus stop. Didn't get the run last time around. Got it this time though. He's up to third then. Sir Goose then dropping in behind him. Fifth. Biggles behind him. Biggles had a great start then because he got knocked out in quali 2, didn't he? He's up to 6th. Panda in 7th. Graham in 8th. And Graham went back a little. Oh, they're where they started actually. They started 7th and 8th, didn't they? So they're where they started. Homer's the one who has slipped down though. He's down in 9th. Got that penalty on lap 1. And Unsafe going well in 10th, the lead Porsche. Fever just tucked in behind him. And Blue Flag. Oh, what's happened here? Tom DeVal's dropped back. He had an off somewhere. He's now dropped to the back of the pack. He's behind Pagani and SPY, who are onto the tail of Blue Flag. His lead has gone back up to 1.6 seconds, so he's responded this time around. And we're going to see a fastest lap here from Ross. We are indeed a 44.8. Smith doing a 45.2. 45.2 from Aaron as well, the 46.2 there from Sir Goose. Tyre watch looking okay. Those two are very evenly matched on the tyre wear, and now Sir Goose is going to have to start looking in his mirrors ever so slightly because he's got Rom Elson in his slipstream. He has just dropped out of slipstream of Aaron, however that BMW is quick in a line. It is catching back up to the Nissan. He's caught back onto the slipstream of Aaron then, so that should just help ease him away ever so slightly from Rom again. Rom's bringing Biggles with him. Ham's not out of this either. There's Graham. And Homer's there as well. Expect him to be making more moves. Safe and Fever continuing to battle with some German supremacy. And a top 10 finish. So SPY's got ahead of Blue Flag. Pagani now eyeing up a move as well. Oh, bit of a slide there from Blue Flag. That Porsche looking a little bit of a handful, as some of the guys were saying in the chat before. He's got himself a half-second penalty to serve as well. Front then, the gap holding about the same, 1.6 between first and second. As you were, but the battle's now on for fourth because the Goose is now coming under pressure from Rom, and his tyres are starting to look very angry. So lap 3 they didn't look too bad. Lap 5, that was a very noticeable amount of wear now. He's going to have to start being careful. And those tyres are much the same. He's got a 1.4 second buffer over Sir Goose. So Sir Goose now is going to have to start looking in his mirrors a little bit, and that's going to make him drive differently as well. Turn 1 we go. Rob's had a good run there. He was taking a very conservative line there through turn 1. Didn't use much of the curb at all, and that's going to put him under real big pressure here from Rom. And looking to the outside, he's going to get back into the slipstream then. Try and get a run. Which side does he go? He's gone to the outside up the back straight then. That's probably the wrong side. Unless he's feeling very, very brave on the brakes and saves. Sir Goose is going to send it through and retains the place for now. Oh, in fact, Rob's had a really poor run then, and Biggles has ended up very wide indeed, and he's going to lose a place here to Panda and maybe Graham as well. So Rob was compromised through the bus stop, and he's going to lose out both places to the big Kahuna's cars. Yep, through they go. So Panda and Graham get ahead of Biggles there. So Biggles got caught out by Rom. I think he had a moment through the bus stop, having tried to go on the outside of Sir Goose. He was compromised, and then Biggles ended up on the wrong side, and now he might lose a place to Homer as well, but Homer's had a slide. Panda's serving a half-second penalty, so Graham's going to go through. Panda's going to defend now from Biggles. And he has done. Curse of the stream commenter. There we go. And has held off Homer, but that's backed that little pack up a little bit. So Graham got through to 6th, they're ahead of Panda, so they orchestrated that swap well. Didn't lose any places, but now backing up Biggles and Homer has brought Unsafe, Fever and SBY, who was really latched onto this, so he's using his soft tyres to good effect to get back onto this pack. Pagani's still behind Blue Flag, surprisingly. Blue Flag is probably fighting tooth and nail for that place. He does a personal best, 45.9. Now trying to get back on terms with those guys ahead of him. Up front, it's as you were, 1.6 seconds is the lead. And now comfortable in 3rd. Rom has regrouped. What's going on in the background? Panda's under threat for Biggles. Up the hill. Biggles has got to the inside then for the bus stop. He's going to let him go, he does. Biggles hops the curb. He's a little bit wide there though. He's cut the grass on the inside, down the exit. Now is that going to give Panda an opportunity around the outside? He's going to look. And if he can hang on there, he'll be off the inside for the next corner, but he's not able to. And now Homer enters the chat as well. Homer looking down the inside, into the left-hander. Through he goes, forces the issue. Good move. Panda went from looking to make a move to defending to losing a place. And Homer back up to 8th then. Recovering after that opening lap where he had a moment. Got himself half like a penalty. Big slide there for Unsafe release. Catches it though, but that's going to give feedback. Oh, Pagani having one in the background, having got ahead of Blue Flag. Finally, Pagani is through. Front, as you were. Tom's had a better run there off of the loop, back onto the main track there, and brought that gap down by about 3 or 4 tenths. And going well in 3rd, but his tyres now are starting to look very angry. Rom has got ahead of Sir Goose. Oh, we missed that. So Rom's up to 5th. Sir Goose's tyres are now looking worse than Aaron's, so that his tyres are starting to look very, very second hand. Has he got anything to offer Rom to return fire? If he can stay close, he'll have a good chance into the bus stop. He is in the window here. You don't want to be too close through the S's because you want to be gaining time up the hill. It's going uphill there, you're really getting pulled along nicely. Now is the time you want to be getting onto the back of him because you can sweep either side here. Ideally you want the inside. And he's going to pull to the inside, he's going to get alongside, he's going to take this place back here. Through he goes. Yeah, good move there from Sir Goose. Timed that love perfectly. Lovely move. Yeah, you want to sort of be about 3/10 coming out of the first corner, because then you get dragged up the hill where the slipstream is the strongest. The car ahead really does help you. Rom's going to fight back here though, into the loop. He's up the inside. Puts Goose on the curb. Gets back through again, and good battle between these two. So Goose doesn't need this for the sake of his front tyres. If he's got his brake bias to the back, that's all I can say. Ooh, sliding the rear is not going to help though. Bringing Graham into the equation. Further back then, we've changed from position. Biggles is in 7th, Homer's in 8th now. Panda's been shuffled back to 9th. So 10th Fever and SBY. Morning blue flag still circulating together. Tom Duval there just in the background as well. Oh, half-second penalty for T. Smith. Now then, that's going to have Aaron rubbing his hands. Now the penalty line is after the hairpin, first hairpin on the extra loop, on the dog leg. So it'll be a while before he serves it. But yeah, 45 flat against a 45.9. So T. Smith lost a second on that lap to Ross. Ross can then breathe a nice sigh of relief. Aaron will close in. I think Smith will hold position unless he gets another one. Aaron, I think, will be looking at his tyres probably more than worrying too much about what T. Smith's doing at this stage. He's got plenty of life in those tyres, but just needs to keep managing it. And at the minute, doing a very good job for a man who is self-proclaimed not the best at looking after his tyres. So far, so good. Into the bus stop we go. See, look at his last 3 laps there. 45.5, 45.5, 45.5. Picture of consistency there from Aaron. That's exactly what you need. It wouldn't matter too much if he starts to lose the odd 10th or 2, because you would expect that as his tyres start to go away. But so far, driving a very, very good race. Now, see, T. Smith there is about to serve his half-second penalty. So you come out of this hairpin here, up the hill. So it's a painful one as well, because you're going uphill when you lose your momentum here. So it would definitely cost you more time than at some circuits. So the gap was just over 2 seconds. What's it going to end up at? About 1.5, maybe just under 1.5 seconds. So yeah, you lost 7 or 8 tenths there. But still comfortably in P2. That's now giving Ross though a 3-second lead. So Ross looking commanding up front so far. Rom now has also got the magnets on. So Goose is now at the head of this train of cars, and that front left tyre is looking very, very angry on that BMW. Very angry. He's got Graham behind him, then Biggles, then Homer, then Panda. Clip the wall there, unsafe. Fever and SBY. SBY's tyre. Look at SBY's tyres compared to Sir Goose's. Sir Goose's tyres are, like a Goose, pretty much cooked there. Graham is now looking very, very interested in making a move, because Sir Goose is going to be struggling to get the car cornered. He's going to compromise his run up the hill. He's going to be relying on that BMW's straight line grunt to hang on to places here. Now, is he going to defend it? He drives down the middle of the road. Graham's going to go to the inside. He gives him the squeeze. Graham's got alongside there, jerks back over. Graham's going to go through, but he's on a very tight line there. Is he going to get through? Okay, he does. Also goes over the grass. That's going to give Biggles the opportunity up the inside. Graham got a second penalty though. Oh, Graham, all that hard work's about to be undone. Track limits again, killing around here as Homer's down the inside of Sir Goose as well. BMW on BMW, sliding the rear. Still got the inside for the hairpin. Oh, gives him a bit of a squeeze. Make sure we give him some room. He's going to hold the place for now. If it's only a matter of time before Homer will take this away from him. Graham is about to suffer a world of pain there. He's going to lose one. He's going to hold off the BMW. He's going to defend the inside, but I think they're both going to sweep around the outside of him here. At least Sir Goose has. He might hold off Homer. He's going to fight back against Sir Goose. They're leaning on each other. And he's got back ahead. Sir Goose is looking to the inside. I don't think he's got the grip to get through. And Homer's now under attack from Panda. Unsafe on Panda now as well. They're side by side. Unsafe's going through. So despite the Porsche's apparent weakness at the circuit, Unsafe showing no qualms about getting ahead of his teammate. A bit of a kahuna on kahuna action. Fever waiting to pick up the pieces. Turn 1 we go. Oh, Biggles now has a half-second penalty. So having got ahead of Graham and got a clear of that pack, he's going to drop back towards him now. He should have enough if he can keep that sort of gap, but to the penalty line to stay ahead. But Graham will be right back on him. It's further back. Here we go again. Goose is under all kinds of pressure. Homer's giving him a push. So he's looking left and right. Into the bus stop we go. Oh, his tyres looking very second hand. He's very slow through there, and that's backing his pack up immensely now. Homer's under all kinds of pressure from Unsafe, who's also fending off his teammate. And Pagani's joining this train again now as well. We'll check on what's going on at the front in a minute, but this that shows off in the background. Oh, it's Fever. Fever was wide. SPY's been off as well because Pagani's ahead of him. Oh, maybe his tyres are going as well, are they? No, they're still okay. Not bad for soft tyres compared to Sir Goose's anyway. So up front, Ross is just managing the gap then. The gap has come down ever so slightly, but we're coming around to start the final lap, so I think Ross is just managing the gap in a minute. T. Smith pushing on. Aaron is still in third, but his tyres are very angry now, and Rom is getting closer and closer. Biggles has served his penalty, but he's got Graham right on him then from a showstopper last lap, and here's his pack again. So Goose is sideways, it's 3 wide. It's 3 wide into the penultimate corner, Unsafe on the inside, backs out. Homer around the outside. Is he going to understeer wide though? He's off the track. Where's he going to be joined? Is he going to come off with a penalty? Or has he got away with it? He has got away with it. So the battle's on for the final step of the podium between Aaron and Rom. Aaron on those soft tyres that are very much cooked now. Then we've got Biggles versus Graham in the battle for a top 5. And then Sir Goose holding back the pack for P8 and P7. Right, first one then. Aaron is clear of Rom. He's going to be safe this time around. There's no trouble up front. So Aaron is safe into the bus stop. What about Biggles on Graham? They're close, but not close enough. Biggles will hold on. Goose is defending the inside for his life as Homer looks to the outside again. Into the bus stop we go. Can he get it stopped and turned? He can. Did a very good job through there. Homer's now wide on safe. Looks at the inside. Nothing doing. Blue flags at the inside of SPY. He's got himself a second penalty though. As you were up front, the battle for third. Rom's right there. He's putting the pressure on. He's gone a little bit wide of the hairpin, trying to get the cut back up the hill. Is he going to be close enough for a move? Is he going to look to the inside? The answer is no, he's not close enough. Biggles is safe as well, further back. Unsafe, got past Homer, but is losing back out because he's got himself a half-second penalty. Oh, but they're all ahead of Sir Goose. Where's happened to Goose? His tyres are gone. And looks like it's all going to settle down then. Out of the final corner. It's been a superb drive from Ross. Lights to flag. Ross wins 2 in a row. He wins the first race at Watkins Glen. T. Smith gets P2. Aaron will hold on for third, and he looks very happy with that. Great drive from him on those soft tyres, holding on Rom, who finishes 4th. Biggles. Great fight through to finish 5th, then does a personal best on the last lap of the race, holding off Graham. Homer will recover to 7th, Panda gets 8th, Pagani comes through 9th ahead of Fever, 10th Unsafe down to 11th, that half-second penalty. Goose faded to 12th at the end then. His tyres just died on him at the end there. SPY gets 13th, holding off Tom Duval, who came back, and Blue Flag, who had a penalty on the last lap then, will crawl across the line in 15th. Well, what an opening race that was. And in his M&M's livery, Ross is victorious then. 1.7 seconds in the end was the gap. Great job there from Ross and prevailing. T. Smith coming through for P2. Aaron then on those soft tyres, the lead soft tyre runner then. Great job from him in P3. Rom getting P4. And I believe the fastest lap. 44.8, we'll have a look at that. Biggles gets P5, great job from him. They're coming up from 9th. Graham in P6. Wasn't able to challenge Biggles on that last lap. The Homer finally getting through Sir Goose's resistance on the last lap for P7. And Panda coming through in P8. Pagani then having had early dramas, recovering to P9. It's Fever in P10. Unsafe P11 after that half-second penalty on the last lap dropped him back. Sir Goose, great effort from him, but just faded there as his tyres went off on the last lap there to P12. SPY was 13th there with the fastest lap of the race, 44.3 there, very impressive lap from him. Tom Duval 14th, never really at the races in that one after an early off, and Blue Flag there who faded at the end to P15. Ross needs a quick reboot, apparently. So, race 2 will be as per the finishing order from race 1. So it will be Ross and T. Smith on the first row, Aaron and Rom on row 2, Biggles and Graham on the third row. For the second race, which will be another 12 laps. Now, of course, Aaron and SBY and Sir Goose now will have the medium tyres for the remaining 2 races. Is anybody fancying running the soft tyres in race 2? We shall see. Leicester 1, Forest 1 in the East Midlands Derby for anybody interested. By the way, I just need to point out, I did tell you a false lie last week. I looked at the graphic wrong last week and I thought it was Brazil this week, so apologies. Obviously we're not in Brazil, we are in the United States of America. Brazil is next week. So we'll take this break while we wait for Ross to return. There's an example of the track limit penalties there. So killing. Let's have a look at the facts of Watkins Glen, shall we? The course was opened in 1956 to host auto races previously held on public roads in and around the village. And the circuit's current layout has been more or less the same since 1971, with minor modifications after the fatal crashes of Francois Survey and J.D. McDuffie in 1991. He's the former host of the F1 Grand Prix. Some events history. Of course, plays host to IMSA, the American Sports Car Championship. NASCAR as well also visit here. It's one of their road courses. Formula 1 was the United States Grand Prix from 1961 to 1980. There you go. Anyway, enough of that fact. Let's go racing once again then. Race 2. Ready to go. Let's have a look at who's on what tyre. Ross is on the softs this time around, as is T. Smith. Aaron's on the mediums. Rom's on the soft tyres as well. Biggles on mediums. Softs for Graham. Softs for Homer. Panda's on the soft tyre as well, so is Pagani. Phoebe's on the mediums. Softs for Unsafe. Mediums for Goose. Mediums for SBY. Softs for Tom DeBal. Softs for Blue Flag. Away we go. It's a good start from Ross. T. Smith getting some wheel spin there, but he might hold on. Biggles is going to come down the outside. He's up to 4th ahead of Aaron as they head down towards turn 1 for the first time. Milker goes side by side through 1. Everybody getting away okay. And up the hill we go. T. Smith challenging Ross as they head up the hill for the first time through the S's. Ross then should hug the inside here. Send T. Smith the long way around. And that he's doing. T. Smith's going to look to try and get to the inside if he can. Ross will come over and squeeze him and avoid getting a penalty, as we saw. Graham got a penalty in that last race. Into the parabolic we go. We'll start there. Rom challenging his teammate then. Into the loop, into the dogleg loop we go. Ross leads then by half a second from T. Smith from Rom. Aaron hold on to 4th, head of Biggles, and Graham in 6th. Pagani's up to 7th then, making moves on this opening lap. Panna's in 8th, Homer's gone back a couple of places then, now Goose is challenging up the inside there. Ooh, bit of contact there, BMW on BMW. Lots of with Unsafe right behind them in 11th. Fever in 12th, Tom DeBal's up to 13th, SY 14th, Blue Flag in 15th. sliding around there. Come then onto the left-hander that brings us back onto the main circuit again. And T. Smith right under the rear wing of Ross. Let's head up towards the penultimate corner. Difficult place to overtake on this layout because you haven't got, it's not a really big sprint. So your idea trying to set yourself up then for a run down into turn 1. Come across the line then to start lap 2. Ross leads the way by 0.2 of a second. T. Smith looking to the inside and on the brakes for turn 1. Nothing doing further back. Oh, was that going up the inside? That was Graham. Oh, it was leaving Aaron wide. Wow, Graham with a big old send there. Is he trying to back off to let Aaron? Where is Aaron? Oh, it's 3 wide there. Pagani's up the inside through the middle. Biggles is through to Graham there. Getting his elbows out. Pagani's on the grass there, battling with Biggles. And oh, Panda getting put in the wall. So Aaron gets muscled backwards. Up front, meanwhile, it's side by side for the lead. T. Smith's got the inside this time around. He hops the curb. Now, has he got away with that penalty though? That's the question. The answer is he has. And now Rom's attacking, so the Doctor's trying to play the game here. They've got 2 on 1. So to Ross to come up clutch in this situation then. Rom looking to the inside as they head onto the dog leg. Battling there side by side. Ross giving him the squeeze. The Doctor's trying to play the game here. Rom's sending it hard on the brakes. It's an uphill braking zone, so he can carry more speed. Ross then should just ease over and shut the door on Rom. He does. Henry 4th then. Squealing tires in the background. Aaron's being shuffled back to 9th. That makes that 10th as unsafe at the inside of him. Aaron is dropping like a stone here. He's getting bullied on this lap. Feber up the inside of Sir Goose. Unsafe going through then. Aaron now with a slide. GTR very, very loose at the rear on low gears. He needs to get his head down again, settle, sliding the car to the track. That's his Goose there in contact with SPY. T. Smith then has a 0.6 of a second lead as they come across then to complete lap 2. For the first time all night, Ross is behind somebody. In the background, Pagani and Biggles side by side. Into turn 1, Pagani on the inside, Biggles on the background. Panda look at the inside, trying to follow him through. Nothing doing there. Pagani's out wide. That'll be a penalty, I think. And he's going to let Panda through as well. Panda's up the inside. And yes, it's a penalty for Pagani, half a second. And now Homer's looking as well as we head onto the back straight. Checking on the leaders. Oh, T. Smith, the second penalty. Oh, Graham for third. Graham round the outside for third. Didn't even see he was that close. What a move. Graham then into the podium places and ahead of Rom. What happened to Rom? Rom must have had a poor first corner, because Graham shouldn't have been anywhere near it. Graham then sending it around the outside of Rom into the bus stop and up into third place. Great move from him. T. Smith then got himself a second penalty. That must have been at turn 1. So he's going to drop back behind Ross then, so Ross will not have to overtake him. Penalty system doing it for him. Is T. Smith going to lose second to Graham? He's going to cover the inside. Graham goes to the outside. We've seen him go around the outside of Rob. He's going to go around the outside of Tom as well. Graham flying in race 2. Up to P2 he goes. And on a charge. He's a big fan around here because he won the season that me and him were teammates in the Aston Martin around here with a great tyre race. And we've got Panda up the inside of Biggles as well into the penultimate corner. Said that wasn't an overtaking place really, but Panda's made it work. Great move from him then. So both the Big Kahuna's Lexuses are flying forward. Unsafe up to 8th as well. Pagani's been shuffled back to 9th. We're in 11th, the Goose in 12th, SPY 13th, Blue Flag 14th, Tom Duval 15th. For all that, Ross now has got a 1.5 second lead again. It's like race 1 all over. Graham though is now going to have to defend from the Doctors. Here we go. T. Smith looking for the inside line. Graham will be wise to cover that. He's left the door open though. T. Smith's going to send it in here, is he? Well, they're going to go try wheel to wheel. Tom backs out. Graham was confident he's flying off ahead, but he's a little bit wide there through the final part. Tom's going to get up the inside through the parabolica. They're side by side. Graham's going to have the inside for the next corner though. Tom's got it marginally ahead. Graham fights back. He's going to hug that curve on the inside now. He's going to drift a little bit wide. Tom looks up the inside. Rom's trying to pounce. Can he push his teammate through? Panda's desperately trying to get there. Graham now under threat onto the next hairpin as well. Tom looking at the inside. Slides the rear. He's got in a little bit hot there. Tom's going to get up the inside. But he railroads around the outside and stays ahead. Great battling there. It's big kahunas fighting off the doctors behind as well because Panda's got Homer all over the back of him. All this is working in Ross's favour because his lead's now 2.2 seconds. So Ross is checking out while there is scraps behind him. Homer's got through on Panda. So his fight back has continued. He's up to 5th. Started the night 2nd. And backwards in race 1 after a penalty on the opening lap. His fight back has taken 2 races, but he's into the top 5. The Biggles in 8th with Pagani 9th. He's back ahead of Unsafe. Fieber now in 10th, so Aaron's been shuffled back to P11. The number on his car. SPY is now 12th, blue flag 13th, 14th is Tom Duval, who's to the back. It's a Goose, then had a drama. He's down to 15th. Here we go again then, up the hill, through the S's. Slipstream in full effect then for the Genesis. Is he going to be close enough? Thinks about it. Graham's just covering ever so slightly there, just moved over a little bit there, just to cut the nose off. Going to put Tom on a difficult line. Tom thought better of it this time around. Wasn't quite close enough to get the move done. So backs off. And what he's doing, of course, look at Rom's tyre wear, definitely the worst out of the top 4. Homer's doing a very good job on his tyres. Now, can he get on the back of his 2 teammates and make this 3, 4, 5 and 3 Doctor's cars attacking Graham? Pan still giving chase. Pagani there as well. Biggles with a 2nd penalty. That's going to hurt him badly because Unsafe's right behind him. There's Fever. He might even drop behind Aaron here. So let's keep an eye on him as he pulls over. Right, here we go. Unsafe will get through. He might hold off Fever. No, Fever will get through. They'll drop in right behind him, just ahead of his teammate. A little bit of a gap back then. We've got Tom Duval, SBY, Goose, and blue flag. Blue flag dropped back to the back of the pack on that lap. Ross leads then. 2 seconds is the gap. He can now go back into tyre preservation mode. Oh, big contact with the wall from Graham, and T. Smith has got himself another half-second penalty. T. Smith looking at the inside of Graham into turn 1. Graham there just slightly defensive line. Focus on your run up the hill then. Now what he could do here is really backing off and backing Tom into him. Up the hill. Tom's right there. Tom's got the run. Now has he timed his pull out? How's your pull out game, Tom? He is ahead. Down the straight. Is he going to be ahead of the break? As he is. Through he goes. Oh, Graham sliding the car through there. Dirty air. Onto the Genesis. He's gathered up then, and now Rom is back in this battle as well. And Homer now closing in as well, 2 seconds back. Panda's going well in 6th. Pagani, and a bit of a gap now opened up behind him to Unsafe. 2 seconds between the Germans still battling. 8th and 9th again, Unsafe and Fever, Biggles and Aaron for the all Mongs, no Toms. Milker cars tucked in behind them. Keith Smith then taking his penalty, and through goes Graham again. So once again that hard work gets undone. Ross's lead is now 2.5 seconds. Looking around, this will be the halfway point. So look at everybody's tyres. Well, Ross, we know. Oh, Ross is the wall. Big mistake from Ross there. Big mistake from Ross. That's cost him about a second. What happened there? And dirty tyre as well. He's going to struggle around the final corner a little bit here. I might just reinvigorate Graham a little bit. Big mistake from Ross there. So Graham now 1.3, 1.4 seconds is the gap. He's for 6/10 back, so I think he'll be okay this time around. That's a big enough gap that he shouldn't need to defend into the bus stop this time. Tom will gain on him up the straight, but we shall see how that Lexus is. No slouch to the straight line, but that Genesis is rapid in the straight line. He will close, but he's not going to be close enough. Just jinx out there. Graham goes a little bit defensive on the entry to the bus stop, which you need to do really, because Tom wasn't ever going to be close enough for a dive there. Rom's just dropped away a little bit here, so not able to hang with the pace. He's now 1.7 seconds back. Pagani and Panda giving chase, but they're 3 seconds behind him. And Safe is trying to close back upon them. Biggles has got himself another half-second penalty. Homer has slipped back then. What's happened to Homer? 1 minute 50.4. So he's had an off somewhere on that last lap. He's back in P11. So after all that hard work again, back into the top 5. And he slipped backwards again then. So is he looking at a race 3 now? SPY is also getting on terms with that pack now. Goose is sideways as ever behind them. And what's happened to Tom Duval and Blue Flag? They've had a big drama. Oh, they pitted. Yes, Blue Flag and Tom Duval have pitted. So the lads were saying the Porsches were bad on tyres. I did not expect it to be that bad. So yeah, pit stop sent for those two. I think they knew they were not at the races this time, so they've gone for a race 2 where they can start at the front on the better tyre. So see how they get on in the final race. Then Ross is lead 1.9. He has pulled away again on this lap in a 44.6 against the 45 flat for Graham. A little bit of a slide there through turn 1. And T-Smith's got a good run here. Now he's half a second back at the minute. He's gaining already now. He's 4 tenths back. He's going to be in the window. He'll be close. Graham might want to do a bit of a weave here. Try and break the slipstream. I think he's going to be safe. Yeah, he'll be just about okay. Again, you see again there, Tom showing Graham just reacts to it slightly. Doesn't need to, he's not going to be close enough. Be a big old lunge there, and T-Smith will not do that to you. Unless you wronged him in a previous life. And you see again there, going defensive into the left-hander there, going early for the apex. It's going to affect his exit though, and that's going to put T-Smith right back on him again. Rom not able to close it. You see again there, T-Smith showing though he set himself a little bit wide there, T-Smith. And the entry to the hairpin. Wants to pull a couple of car links on him. Rom's not able to get back on terms. Panda Pagani circulating together still, 5th and 6th. Put a bit of time back into Unsafe, who's got Fieber and Aaron side by side behind him. Aaron fighting back. Got duffed up earlier in the race. He's now starting to come forward again. He's on the medium tyre. That might have played a part in it as well. A lot of guys on the soft tyres in this one then. Unsafe sideways there. Now the race is coming back to Aaron now. As the soft tyres on the cars around him start to go away. Well, Fieber's also on the medium tyres. Homer on the softs. Oh, Aaron's lost it. Aaron going around at the final corner. That's a big shame there for him. This was just starting to come back to him as well. T-Smith right on the back of Graham through the S's this time. He's going to be very, very close then. Now can he time his run? He popped out too early, I think. They're going to stall. He's going to stall. He's going to stall alongside him. Or probably draw alongside him, but Graham's got the inside line for the entry to the bus stop. Who's feeling brave though? Oh, Tom sends it too hard. He's going to go off. He has. I thought that was a brave move. Fair play, he tried it. Now he's going to get a penalty for going over the cut. Yes, he is. He's going to pound his misery then. He's off the track. He's got dirty tyres and now a half-second penalty as well. It was a big send into the bus stop. Couldn't get it stopped though. Now he's sliding all around. He's going to lose out to Rom here as well. It's already his longest streak without winning a race this season. Giving Rom no option but to go around onto the grass there. 2 races without a win now. Tom is absolutely washed. It's Ross's lead 3.2 seconds now. He is comfortable. Managing his tyres well. Very good tyre. Graham's tyre a little bit worse there, but Graham we know can look after his tyres. He's now got 1.5 seconds over Rom as well. Smith doing okay. Pagani still nose to tail. Absolutely. Just put him out to pasture. That reminded me after the race, but speaking of washed and washing up, there was a story that I need to tell the world. But we'll do that in between races. We'll keep the action going then. He was doing a personal best on that lap. Then he tries to come back at Homer. Fever in 10th, to Goose in 11th. SPY 12th. Packed together then. Aaron recovering after that spin. 45.4. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. They just lost it at the final corner. Did he maybe catch the grass as he turned into the final corner? Done it before myself, so it's easily done. Just lost the back, and around he goes, and then Tom Duval and blue flag. Currently fighting over P14. These two drivers stopped on lap 6. Such as the tyre wear issues for the Porsche. What tyre's unsafe release on? He's on the soft tyre. Yeah, look at that. Look at that front left tyre. That is awful. That Porsche then, yeah, the Porsche used to be so good on its tyres, but he's struggling around here, and Homer's thinking about a move into the dogleg. He's now going to be the plug. We saw Homer's got himself a half-second penalty. We saw Goose being the bottle, the cork in the bottle last time around. He's now joining the back of this train as well. SPY with a second penalty. He's about to serve his half-second, and lose out to Biggles. He might lose out to Fever as well. He might hold him off here. He might just hold off Fever. Going to go side by side into the right-hander. Homer's got the inside, but Fever's going to go around the outside. I'll give him the inside for the next corner, but I think Homer's just showed him wide enough. Yeah, we'll hang on. Ross then starts his penultimate lap. It is 3.7 seconds to the good. In second, still 1.5 seconds ahead of Rom, who has now got 2.5 seconds over T. Smith. I think T. Smith is going to settle. Pagani and Panda still circulating nose to tail. Pagani happy to just sit there at the minute, but Panda's tyres are looking very second hand. Well, Pagani's behind him, looking a lot better, so is Pagani waiting to pounce on the last lap. Take a top 5. There's going to be this lap. He's had a good run there up the hill. And the slipstream. He's got a nice run here. You see Panda's driver looking in the mirror there. That's quite clever. I don't know if he meant to do that. Yeah, you saw the driver just have a quick look in the mirror there to see where Pagani's car was. Pagani's waiting, I think, for the final lap here. Safe still hanging on despite that tyre looking absolutely angry. It was behind him on very, very comfortable looking medium tyres. Fever in 10th and Homer in 11th. So Fever has got ahead of him, and Homer's tyres are about second hand now as well. He's slipped back a little bit. SPY. What's happened to Sir Goose? Oh no, Sir Goose has had a drama. Oh. Sliding around. So Ross leads by 4.1 seconds. Look at this, the quickest lap of the race. His times are banging the 1 minute middle 1:45s at the moment. And he's got probably the best tyre wear of anybody on the soft tyres. Ross just giving us an absolute showcase. His abilities then at 45.7 again. Right in the moneymaker in terms of where he needs to be lap time wise. And starting his final lap of the race, Graham's lead over Rom is down to under a second. Both of their tyres looking very second hand, so has Rom got anything to offer Graham? Smith has, I think, given up the ghost to self a fourth. So here we go. Rom is closing, but he's not going to be close enough into the bus stop. Pagani has got ahead of Panda then, so he has waited to the last lap, and he's pounced. And they've just been dragging him around for half the race. Oh, what's going on there? Oh, it's Fever versus Unsafe. The battle of the Germans. Fever's got to the inside though. Oh, they're going to lead each other into the bus stop. Fever's put him on the grass. Unsafe comes back on. There's more contact. Fever's off on the exit. Here comes Homer. Oh, Unsafe's got no front left tyre left though. And Homer goes through. And now SPY is going to pounce as well. And is Homer going to get the inside of Fever? He is as well. He's going to get 2 places on the final lap. Oh, drama. And SPY's down the inside as well. And Unsafe's going backwards on the last lap there. He's got no front left tyre. So the other 2 Porsches pitted. He's tried to hang it out. Oh, Biggles has got Panda on the last lap as well. So Panda's just dropping off a cliff on the last lap. His tyres are anyway. Rom's caught Graham, but he's not going to get there. They went out the final corner. Meanwhile, untroubled by all of it, Ross is going to win again. It's 3 in a row for Ross then. Graham's going to come through for P2. Rob gets P3, T Smith gets P4, Pagani P5, Biggles is going to come through for P6. Ahead of Panda, who will finish in 7th. Homer in 8th, Fever in 9th, 10th for SBY, unsafe there. Tyres just dying on the last lap then, gets 11th. It's P12 for Aaron. So Goose will be 13th. Some dramas then, and Tom Duval will prevail in the battle of the Porsches then, who pitted for 14th. Blue flag in 15th once again, but they will share the front row for the final race, of course, with it being the reverse grid. 2 from 2 on the night then from Ross. Can he be the first person to make it a hat-trick in a sprint week this season in GT1? The results then, Ross winning by 4.7 seconds in that one then. Rom chasing Graham home. Graham there, an excellent P2, Rom in P3. T. Smith getting P4, Pagani prevailing in that battle for P5, pipping Panda on the last lap, who slipped to 7th behind Biggles, who gets 6th there on the final lap of the race. 8th for Homer. He would have expected a little bit more, but it had a moment somewhere mid-race, dropped him back again, fought back to 8th. Can he get a strong result in the final race? Starting mid-pack then. Fever gets P9 there for that dramatic last lap where contact through the bus stop between him and Unsafe. He gets 9th for SBY, pipping Unsafe for 10th, who had no front left tyre left. By the time he got to the line, it was 11th for Unsafe. Aaron had a spin at the final corner, dropped him down to P12. So Goose had a drama as well. He finishes in P13th. And then Tom Duval and Blue Flag, who both pitted half race distance, finishing 14th and 15th. There we go. Well, that's race 2 done. And on then to the final race of the evening. It will be our reverse grid race then. So reverse order, which will see the 2 Porsches for the first time at the front of the grid tonight then. Blue Flag and Tom Duval will be leading us off. And Ross then will have it all to do from P15. For the first time tonight, he'll have more than 1 car ahead of him. He'll have 14 cars to try and overtake in this one. Then can he cut through? Are we going to see a T. Smith masterclass? Joe Burns reckon Aaron's going to win this one. Well, Aaron will be starting quite towards the front, will be 4th. So we're on the second row. So Aaron, who had a very strong race 1, I think if he can pick off Goose, Blue Flag and Tom Duval, he has a very good chance of winning this one. But of course, picking off Blue Flag is a very difficult prospect at the best of times. And having had a bit of a stinker so far tonight, even by his own admissions, I'm sure he's probably on beer number 5 by this point. Can he pick his way through and get clear for the likes of Ross, T. Smith, Graham, Rom, cut through? You know, T. Smith has had some outstanding lap 1s in the reverse grid races this season. Brands Hatch being one where he passed half the field before he'd even got to Graham Hill Bend to Brands Hatch. That's 3 corners into the circuit and he was already 7th or 8th. He was up 7 places by lap 3, by turn 3 of lap 1 at Brands Hatch. A circuit notoriously difficult for overtaking on, so let's see how he can get on here. It is our 3rd and final race of the evening then. Predictions in the chat please. Who's going to win this one? Joe reckons Aaron. Can Ross cut through? He's been outstanding so far. Races 1 and 2. He's got some moves to make in this one. 14 very hungry drivers ahead of him. Speaking of hungry, yes, a washing up story. So T. Smith earlier cooked some mince and peppers in a pan. He used a chopping board for that. He then ate his mince and peppers with some cheese on out of said frying pan on the chopping board he used to cut up, because it was, and I quote, double washing up minus. Make of that what you will. Anyway, 5 red lights and race 3 is go. Oh, it's a tidy start from Aaron. And SPY's popped out immediately. So head down towards turn 1 for the first time. They're 3, 4 wide, 5 wide in the pack. And Aaron's been swallowed up. He's down to 6th then, so not a good start from Aaron. So Joe's pick. Sorry, Connor. But for the ooh, the 3 wide through the S's there. That's brave then. Up the hill we go. Blue Flag defending the inside for his life. So Goose weaving all around and trying to find a way through. Tom Duval looking for a way through as well. Into the bus stop we go for the first time. Blue Flag leads from Sir Goose and Tom Duval. Fever's up to 4th, Unsafe is 5th, Aaron's 6th, then Biggles behind him is 7th. Then T. Smith's up to 8th already. Again, he's cut through. Well, he started fourth, he finished fourth in the last one. He's had a good start, then SBY in ninth, Homer down in 10th. Through goes Homer, says Zombie. He's going backwards, unfortunately. In a minute, Panda and Graham together. Pagani's down to 13th. Rob, getting a tap from Ross there, who's so far not made any progress from his P15 starting place. And but Blue Flag still leads them, but on the brakes into the right-hander. So Goose was looking. SBY was looking for a move there on the inside of T. Smith. Nothing doing. Right, who's on the soft tyre in this one? Anybody? Or have we all used them? It's just Fever by the look of it. Oh no, there's another one in there. Biggles. So Fever and Biggles are your soft tyre runners in race 3. So they come around to complete lap 1. Blue Flag will lead us across the line for the end of lap 1. Here we go. Immediately trying to break the slipstream. He's snaking down the start finish straight. The break is over turn 1. I don't think you need to do it into turn 1. It's up the hill here where you need to be worrying. This is the overtaking. Who was that going out well out wide there? It was. Oh dear me, unsafe I think it was. It comes back on and nearly puts T. Smith on the inside wall. This is the danger zone. So Goose is 4 times back. He's too far back. So Goose will not get there this time around. Battle for third is on. Fever to the outside of Tom Deval. Oh, Fever sent it another break. Oh, he's sideways and he's through. Oh, Fever, Bieber, how did you save that? Did not think that was going to come off. He turned in, I think he caught the grass. He was sideways into the bus stop. Gets it stopped, gets it turned, gets it under control and takes the place. What a move. Biggles now right behind them looking to make a move. On Tom Deval as well, he looks at the inside again. He's on those soft tyres, remember. Aaron behind him is 6th sideways. T. Smith right behind him. SBY's 8th unsafe's gone back to 9th. Oh, what's happened? Where's Blue Flag? Oh, Blue Flag's down to 3rd. What's happened there? So Goose leads. There's been some dramas. It's a one-hit wonders 1-2 suddenly. Now, what will Sir Goose do here? Oh, it's all shuffled up in the pack. What's been going on in the pack here? So Biggles is suddenly out of it. Aaron's 4th, T. Smith's 5th. Tom Deval's down to 6th. Biggles is 7th. Now, what will the front two do? They've got themselves a 1.2 second gap. Now, is Sir Goose going to let Fever go here? I think he is, yep. So Fever, of course, is the full timer. Sir Goose is filling in for the evening. So here we go then, up the hill. Now, Sir Goose push Fever along. Blue Flag still in 3rd, then Aaron behind him. So it's 2 one-hit wonders, 1 and 2, then 2 all Mongs, no Toms, 3rd and 4th, Blue Flag and Aaron. And we've got T. Smith in 5th. Biggles is now 6th. SBY 7th, unsafe 8th. Tom Deval's down to 9th. So the horses are starting to get shuffled backwards a little bit here. Oh, Rom is sideways coming out of the bus stop. Full on sideways, gathers it up though. And he's done well to catch that then. Graham's behind him, then Ross up to 12th and Pagani in 13th. Panda and Homer have had a drama somewhere. They are off the back of the pack. To boot, Homer has himself a half-second penalty. So Fever then, who has 1 race win to his name this season already. I did miss that earlier on, I do apologise. He won at the Nürburgring, of course. Victor's, of course, Tom Deval won at Brands Hatch and Graham won at Deep Forest. With Ross winning 2 tonight and 1 last week. So the pack is still very much together then at the minute. The one-hit wonder's going big points, but the all Mongs, no Toms, also going very well. All 3 of their cars in the top 6. So they're running 3rd, 4th and 6th. So the championship standings, it's good for them. And the one-hit wonders. Doctor's got Tom in there. Yes, Playmates are 7th and 8th. Currently, although unsafe, is now making moves, or making eyes at making a move on Tom Deval. So on, Tom's gone defensive, and Rob sent it up the inside of unsafe release, who gets bullied by his teammate up a Panda, bounces off the door, so it's Graham, bounces off the door and ends up losing out, but let's open the door for Ross. So Big Kahuna's on Big Kahuna action, and it's not worked out well for the team at all. So they've ended up losing a place. Now Pagani's making eyes at unsafe. He's got to the inside. Into the bus stop we go. Pagani going to go through? Yes, he does. So, again, not working out very well there for the team. The big kahunas then are struggling, the 12th, 13th and 14th. So Fever's lead is 1.3 seconds and over his teammates, the Goose. Blue Flag still in third place and going well. Meanwhile, T. Smith is back behind Biggles. Biggles then has got back ahead then, so all Mongs, no Toms are all together. Third, fourth and fifth. Now what will Aaron do with the teammate behind him on the soft tyres, remember? So race leader, Fever and Biggles in fifth are the two drivers left who are on their soft tyres in this final race of the evening. Now they're just starting to settle down a little bit now. Perhaps opened up slightly. So what does Aaron do? Who was that with a penalty further already? It's the Goose. Half second. Now let's see what kind of gap he can maintain over Blue Flag. He's not currently in slipstream range, although it's coming down as they head down towards turn 1. Of course, the penalty line is on the dogleg loop. The end of sector 2. So if he can be about a second clear there, he should be okay. Though, Blue Flag has caught into the slipstream and is closing, but that BMW's straight line speed pulling him away, but Blue Flag is now closing. T. Smith on the back of Biggles. He's had a good run there. Biggles is trying to use a slipstream from his teammate, but he's not going to work. Oh, I just saw it in the chat, dude, yeah. Oh, my friend, well done, welcome. The team going well, though Biggles has just lost the place. Not making the most of those soft tyres at the minute, and now he's got SBY all over the back of him. Tom DeVal has lost the place to to Rob and has got himself a half second penalty, and Ross is slowly picking his way forward. He's up to 10th. Graham's now got a half second penalty. He's got ahead of his teammate, but is now about to drop back behind him again. Panda and Homer have had an early drama. I think are just not going to feature in this one, so Homer's great qualifying pace has not been rewarded with a strong result. Fever's lead now 3.7 seconds as Sagoose has got back to 4th then, so that half second penalty has not worked out nicely for him at all. I wonder if it went up at all. So I didn't think he'd do that to Aaron as well. So either he had a very poor middle sector or he picked himself a second penalty up. But now he's back down to 4th. He's got the two purple Milker cars ahead of him. But he is in the OP car, so let's see what he can do. Let's go on board for a bit, shall we? On board with the Bavarian Motorwagen. That's the Genesis, half a second back. He should be safe, but he's in a good position gap-wise to Aaron ahead of him. Aaron, though, will be getting slipstream from Blue Flag. But the BMW is gaining. M6, the big boy of the BMW RN. Just that we go nice and tidy there. Not to get too close there. You knew nothing was on. Closes up then through the parabolica. Down and into the dogleg we go. Left-hander. Blue Flag has done a very good job considering he's just not been at the races tonight. Still in P2. Doing a very good job in this race so far. They're closing up on the braking then for the hairpin. Getting a little bit light and slippery there. Bit of opposite lock there. We've seen that a lot from him tonight. Down, give up to second gear then for the right hander. Over to the left hand side. Back over to the right hand side for the corner that brings us back onto the main circuit. Then Blue Flag a little bit wide there and showing the nose at the inside. There's a little bit of a slide from the Porsche. Backed Aaron up into Sagoose. Now right on him as they come into the final couple of corners. In fact, a little bit wide through the penultimate corner as well. You can see T. Smith now looking interested in the mirrors as well. There is the Genesis. You see the queue of cars that's following. Rom's caught onto this train again as well. T. Smith's got a run here. He's going to go for a move. Sagoose is just covering ever so slightly. That will compromise his run up the hill. as will... Where is T. Smith? T. Smith's already on the inside. Look, he's got the inside into the S's there. That'll hang Sir Goose out to dry. And through he goes. T. Smith up to 4th. Can Sir Goose get into the slipstream and come back at him? He's gaining too late on the straight there. Oh, he's got to send it. Oh, he's through. Oh, Sir Goose catches Tom napping there as Aaron slots in ahead of Blue Flag. So they've done the swap. T. Smith there, I don't think expected that move to come. I don't know if Sir Goose meant for that move to come, but T. Smith sending it down the inside. He's now looking back on the inside of him. Where is he? There he is. He's half alongside the end of the dog leg. Switching sides to the inside now. Where is he? He's in the mirrors. Biggles is right there as well. SPY's got a second penalty, so I think he's going to drop behind Rom here. He does. And Ross as well. So Ross is now on the back of this train as well, further back. Again, T. Smith showing in the mirrors. There's Ross on the back of this train now. So he's up to 8th. With his teammate now, he's dropped back now. Now what can Sir Goose do about Blue Flag? He's going to try and go around the outside here. That might open the door for T. Smith, who's up the inside. There's contact. T. Smith's alongside into the penultimate corner. Whips out wide. Sir Goose to the outside of him. He's going to compromise Tom's entry into the final corner. Trying to get himself a run to the start-finish straight, but it hasn't worked out. And now Biggles is now showing there. So right in the thick of the action here. Right then, before turn 1. Tip it in. Nice slide through there. Use the curve on the exit. Oh, a bit of a slide for the BMW again. Well, Biggles has got a run here. He's going to go for the inside into the S's. We saw Tom do this a lap ago to him, and Biggles is through. And now Rom wants a piece of this as well. So Sir Goose just slipping backwards ever so slightly here. Rom's not got the run though. So he's going to hang it on the outside there. Sir Goose now into the slipstream of Biggles. Up the hill we go. Not close enough for a move on Biggles like he was on Tom a lap ago. Great battling there in the pack once again. Ooh, it's Pagani getting sideways out of the bus stop. Then SPY is down to 10th. Raymond safe then continuing to circle together. Catching SPY, I think it's been wide there somewhere. And Graham's going to try and go over the outside then onto the dog leg. On the 13th, and Panda and Homer are getting on terms with this group once again. Fever though, meanwhile up front, is driving absolutely superbly on the soft tyre. 44.3, fastest lap of the race. His lead is 5.8 seconds. That's a Fever has just checked out then, so that swap that they engineered with himself and Goose earlier on to absolute perfection, because he has just pulled away from the pack. Well, they've been battling and Blue Flag's out wide there and kicking up the dirt to the face of T. Smith. This pack has just settled down again ever so slightly now. Good race for the one-hit wonders as well, because you've got Fever leading. So Goose still in P6 and Pagani in P9 on the back of this train. We're looking to pick up some pieces in the final 4 laps. About Ross, can he get any higher than 8th? He's got Rom right in front of him. He's right on the tail of Sir Goose. He's right on the tail of Biggles. Biggles on those soft tyres, and they are starting to look a little bit angry. Blue Flag and T. Smith side by side on the back straight, then into the bus stop. T. Smith's going to swoop ahead. Blue Flag lets him go. Oh, around the outside, Rob and Ross pick off Sir Goose, and Pagani goes through as well. I think he's let him go. But Sir Goose there got absolutely mugged. Rom sweeping around the outside. Cut the nose off Sir Goose. Ross took full advantage, and I think he then slowed up and saw it was his teammate behind him, so let him go. So Sir Goose's strong resistance, having run P2 earlier on, has been broken. He's been shuffled back a little bit now. Once again, GT1 proving how ruthless they are. Shuffling him backwards ever so slightly, but still a very solid night's work from him. So Fever, look at Fever's tyres. Fever has done a superb job looking after those soft tyres. Absolutely superb. They are in superb condition, considering they are 9 laps in. Lexus does have a history of being quite kind on its tyres, but that is something else from Fever. Fever has been super smooth. only just slipping into the 45s. He's dropped half a second at that time. He went to the mid 145s now, but with a 5.7 second lead, he can afford that because Aaron took 2/10 out of him on that lap. Half-second penalty for blue flag. That's unfortunate for him. He's got Biggles, his teammate, behind him, and Ron behind him, so the Doctor's now coming back to the fort in terms of good points. Biggles going to push blue flag. Here he is. Now, will blue flag let him go? He will. Blue flag's going to let him through, going to roll off into the braking zone. Biggles will take P4. The bus stop. Oh, but he got himself a second penalty. Cut too much of the curb through the bus stop, and they've both got penalties now then. Once again, track limits being absolutely diabolical and cruel, and Rob now attacking around the outside of blue flag. He doesn't need to attack. Oh, blue flag's on the grass. He's back on, gathers it up. Rob's going to go around the outside though into the hairpin. Blue flag's going to keep him out wide, but Rob's going to get the move done. The tags him. And they'll pull over, and Biggles and blue flag are both going to lose a couple of places here. Through goes Ross. Pagani get them as well. He's got blue flag. Oh, blue flag sent it. Oh, it's contact. He joins alongside Pagani. Yeah, I think he might let his teammate go again. In the full-time entry. They might sort it out in a minute. Blue flag there. Getting in very hot into the braking zone there. Of course, having been slowed, having served the penalty, maybe got his braking point for the right-hander wrong. And speared into the side of Pagani. He drops down to 8th then behind his teammate once again. Onto the penultimate lap we go. Ross is now into 5th. D. Smith in 3rd. He's got 1.9 seconds to Aaron, but Aaron's driving well. Almost 4/10 that time around. Fever's lead still 5.6 seconds, and he actually gained a little bit on Aaron. They matched each other that time around, so Fever has driven superbly in this one. He's been able to look after those tyres. Look at how he's managing the tyre. You can see there just sort of coasting around the parabolica. These long corners really do hurt the tyres, so coasting around the long corners as much as you can do. Short shifting as well, just saving that front left tyre. There, been using the banking, see how long he's off the throttle for there, then picks it up halfway round. Gets the car straight, then on the throttle fully. I think on this lap he can afford to push now, can't he? He's got plenty of tyre left for the last lap. Maybe we can let off the reins a little bit on this last lap. Driving very, very well indeed. Aaron's done a really good job then. Got P3 in the opening race of the night. He's going to go one bear in the last final race. Joe Tipton's for the win. I think getting shuffled back early on. Left him a little bit too much work to do. Looming in the mirrors, but he should have enough to hold him off. One has got Ross right behind him. Another one who's had good pace all night. He should be able to fend off Ross. Ross being the star of the night with 2 wins already. Biggles has got a Goose chasing him down. On the final lap of the race, because he's got very worn soft tyres at this stage, so is Goose going to pick back up P6. Wait, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Graham catching blue flag. He's got himself a half-second penalty. 11th, Homer 12th. And Homer's second on the grid for the first race of the night. Had great pace of qualifying. Got shuffled back at the start of race 1 and just has not really recovered at all. On the Val unsafe, slipping backwards there, banging doors down the straight. On the valet on the inside then, holding off unsafe this time around. Unsafe's gone deep, and Graham Panda will sweep through as well. Looking at any changes on the last lap then. Goose isn't close enough to Biggles. Blue flag still got Graham behind him, but Graham's going to have to serve that half-second penalty in the minute. He's going defensive, as you would expect, into the hairpin. Graham will serve his half-second penalty now. He's going to be under threat from SVY as well. Even Homer. Well then, onto the track for the final time. 2 corners to go. And the penultimate corner successfully. 1 corner to go. Fever has driven superbly in this final race then. He is going to be victorious for his 2nd win of the season. Great drive from him. He wins the 3rd race of the night. Then Aaron's going to come home in P2. His best of the night. T. Smith then 4 races without a win. Absolutely washed in 3rd. Rom gets P4. Ross P5. Biggles gets P6. Pagani P7. The Goose let him go there on the line. Blue Flag gets 9th. Holds off Graham, SBY and Homer. 11, 12. Tom Duval 13th. Panda 14th. And Unsafe 15th. There we go then. Favourite German. More than Jurgen Klopp, Joe Burns. Phoebe then is your victor. And the final result of the evening then. Fever then victorious by 4.4 seconds in the end. Using those soft tyres to good advantage. Aaron getting P2 then, his best result of the night. T. Smith gets P3. There's a podium for him then, but no wins tonight then for the first time this season. In a sprint race. Not even when he's won the first 2 races in all 3 of them so far. But no victories tonight at all. That's 4 races now without a win for T. Smith. A barren streak by his standards this season. Robin then gets P4. Ross P5. Biggles 6th. Pagani in 7th. Sir Goose, let him go on the line then for 8th. Blue Flag 9th. Graham in P10. SBY was 11th. Just pipping Homer for 12th. Tom Duval 13th. Panda 14th. And the luckless Unsafe 15th. They're not a night for the Porsches, unfortunately. But they should be able to bounce back next week at Interlagos. And it is Interlagos next week. So next week then is a mixed week. Then we have 1 sprint race and 1 mid-length endurance in the GT3 cars then. So please, which car is going to be best OP Interlagos then? That's a good question. The Lexus is going to be good around there, from what I remember, because it was a GT World Series race there not too long ago. So the Lexus will be strong there. The Porsche should be strong there as well. Porsche usually goes well there. Yeah, the Genesis, it probably shouldn't suit the Genesis, but T. Smith does miracle things in that car. So we'll see what he can get. The GTR's okay around there. It's not extending at the minute. The BMW doesn't really play to the BMW strengths, but Ross has been in really good form, so I can't see why he won't be able to get himself in amongst it as well. The Supra, of course, is in there in GT2. That should be fairly strong around there as well for GT2, and of course we've got the Sol McLaren, of course, in GT2 as well. So we'll see. The McLaren used to be good around there. It should do well in the longer race, of course, with endurance. Looking after its tyres a little bit, so we shall see. But yeah, should be plenty of options. Should be yet more great racing. Once again, great action across both divisions this week. Watkins Glen providing 6 great races then. Yeah, that is it. And so thank you very much for everybody for tuning into the stream as always. Please do like it before you go if you have not already done so. That helps us immensely. And we are back next week from Interlagos for Brazil, which is round 8 of the season. Yes, round 8 of the season. Thursday for GT2, Friday for GT1. Please do join us then. But for this evening, from me, thank you very much and good night.